Well, at all the rescues, we have to send two straight to hospitals. The ones that are coming right now, they're coming from 7 hours away from here. And why we brought them from the mountain? Because if we leave them there in about a month, they'd be more critical. So it's better for us to bring them down, work with them for 2 or 3 weeks, and then take them back to their homes with food and everything. We have to leave too little that their brothers and sisters, we didn't think they will make it here. So I sent them straight to Guatemala City.
We tried to prepare ourselves as much as we possibly could before we left on the mission trip for Guatemala. But once we got down there and we realized how much God was using us and we were seeing things that we've never seen before, I don't think we were ready for it. I know the things that we saw in Guatemala completely changed my life, and I believe changed the lives of all of us who were there. We saw people who were completely homeless, who had no food, no water, no place to lay their head other than dirt on the ground, people who lived at trash dumps. But at the same time, we saw people who gave their lives and service to saving the people of Guatemala physically and spiritually. As we went down with Carpenters for Christ and we got to Hope of Life, we saw all the incredible things that Carlos and the people of Hope of Life were doing. We saw their heart for the people. We saw all the different ministries. We saw the hospital where the sick babies were. We saw the orphanage, or the children's home, I like to call it, because they like to think of them as their family. We saw the old folks home where the people who wouldn't have a place to stay were taken in and greeted with open arms. We saw the Kelly's house, which touched a lot of people's hearts. We saw so many incredible things quickly, and then we realized very quickly that we could be a big part of that. Carpenters for Christ is so good at construction and knowing the need of a ministry and being able to fulfill that need with a group of men and women who are ready and willing to serve and to work and to build for whatever that ministry needs. The things that we saw in Guatemala and the people that we met will forever change our lives. A couple things I realized. One, is that we have absolutely so much to be grateful for that we have to live differently. We saw people who had nothing, and yet we have everything, and their joy seemed more than mine. The second thing I learned, that it's not about my plan, and that it's not about what I want. Even when things are tough, when things are difficult, it's about what God has. And if we take that plan that God has, that we talked about all week, and when we live that out through our whole lives, He'll continue to use us like He did there. And that could change us forever.
Upon that profession of faith, I now baptize you, my brother, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and bear with Christ in the dead.